Hello, everybody. What's up? Welcome to GameSpot Live. I'm John Luke, and I'm joined by David.
What's up, guys?
Apologies for the delay, everybody. We've been having every technical issue you could possibly imagine.
Quite a morning.
Stream didn't want to start. Games didn't want to download. Things didn't want to happen. We're going to play some Destiny, though. That's what we're here for. David is hopefully getting his game going right now. We're technically still not even able to start yet. But that's okay, because we're just here to hang out, have a good time, talk about Destiny, talk about its new update. We're going to be checking out that Heroes of Solstice event. Solstice of Heroes event.
Yes.
I always say it the other way around. But also, it's kind of funny we're doing it today because there actually was some Destiny news this morning.
Right.
They announced that they are delaying Shadowkeep by, what, 2 weeks?
2 weeks, yes.
2 weeks.
It is now coming out on October 1st, which is kind of a big deal. I mean, it was supposed to be slated for September 17th, but
Yeah.
now
I
it
am
is
100% okay with that.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, I guess if you're someone who only plays Destiny, you're probably pretty
Right.
disappointed. If you're someone like me who has a job where you have to play all the video games,
right.
there are so many video games coming out in September. You got like Borderlands, Gears. It's like too much. It's
Right.
too much.
Absolutely.
And I was like, I'm not going to have any time to play Destiny
Absolutely.
at all. So by them coming out at the beginning of October, which is actually when it slows down for like a little bit, just a little bit, I'm like, okay, cool. That's like a nice window where I can get in a little bit of Destiny time.
Right.
So I'm looking forward to that. Hey, everyone in the chat, what's up? I don't know what's going on with that PS4. It is just not turning on.
Yeah. Oh, I think...
Is your thing good?
I think
Are we going with yours?
So... Chat, send us all the good juju you can possibly give us.
Please. Oh.
Because this is... Oh, yes,
Yep,
please,
hit that.
allow
hit that.
access. Yep,
Yes.
yep.
Yes. Come on. I'm gonna switch over to the game. We can hold no hope. Come on, game. Come on. It says you're running.
Oh.
We got it. Awesome.
Yes.
Oh, it finally happened.
Oh, my God.
Oh, thank God. All right.
Thank God.
Rip, the stream can now start in earnest. I have like 4 PS3 or PS4s stacked over here in the corner. We were trying to.
We tried every PS4 possible. We tried installing it through the game. We did.
Anyway, that's all good now.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, a couple people in the chat saying, hey, if the delay means it's not ready, delay's good. Yeah, I never. Delays rarely bother me. I mean, it's okay to be disappointed, but
Totally.
Yeah, I usually just see it as like, well, it means the game's gonna be better and won't be as buggy and all that stuff.
Absolutely.
One thing that they did say that I was excited about is that the cross-save stuff is happening this summer. They didn't give a specific date, but they said it's happening in the summer and it's gonna happen before Shadowkeep.
Right.
They just said you'll have plenty of time. That implies to me it'll maybe come out late August.
Yeah, late
That's
August.
kind of my idea.
For sure.
And I'm very excited for that because the whole thing is that I want to switch over to PC because that's where all my friends are, and they were like, hey man, we'll like run you through the raids that you haven't had a chance to play yet. I'm like, that's great. But I was like, man, if it comes out the same time as Shadowkeep, everyone's going to be playing everyone's going to be playing the new content, and I'm going to be like, oh, but I wanted to do the old stuff with you guys.
Right.
So by happening a couple weeks before, I feel like that gives people time to migrate stuff over, make sure everything's working. If they need to fix any weird bugs that happen, they can do that. And then I can play some older content with my friends before the new stuff comes out.
Absolutely. And yeah, it's really nice. You get that momentum, and there's a lot of fun stuff that was kind of like the pinnacle for a lot of people's Destiny experience, like the secret quest, right? Whisper of the Worm.
I have it. I don't have anyone to play it with, but I have it.
There you go, or even like the Outbreak Prime quest, the 0 hour and all that fun stuff. And it's going to be really hard to, it's already hard enough to kind of find a group, especially if you don't have a lot of friends who play, but everyone's just going to be doing Shadowkeep. Everyone's going to be like, let's do the raid on this stuff. I want to, charge the moon like it's some Area 51 stuff, right? But it'll just be nice to really catch up and get everything there,
Crime asks, why PC though? Play on what you want. No, totally. I mean, I am more than happy to play either version,
Totally.
PS4 or PC.
Totally.
The reason
totally.
I want to switch over to PC is because that's where all my friends are playing.
Right.
So it's a case of like, well, they're all playing on PC, so I think it just makes sense to swap over to them so that we can all play. I'll still have my PS4 because I know
Right.
there's some people here in the office who play it on PS4.
Right.
And I kind of like that I can swap over to them and play with them if they need to.
Yeah, you can like pivot whenever you want.
can pivot.
Right? Super nice. I'm gonna tilt this mouse pad a little.
Oh yeah.
bit over
Yeah, please do.
here.
This is this room is really cool, but it's a very limited space on this table, which makes mouse and keyboard games a little tricky. Also, PC version loads way faster.
Right.
The PS4 version has really long load times, especially if you're playing on 4K support,
Oh yeah.
which is what I'm doing. So I have a Pro at home, and I have a 4K TV, and I'm playing that, and this is like, it just takes forever to do anything. And then I even play, when I play here at the office occasionally, it's also on a Pro, but it's only 1080. It's way faster.
Yeah.
It's way faster.
Totally. And it's actually crazy because like, so in the hectic morning schedule that we were trying to get the game installed and everything, so the game's actually not on the local hard drive of this PC, right? It's being read off of a USB drive, and it's still reasonably faster than what you might see on console, right? And this is a crowded tower. Wow, there are a lot of people here. This is really fun.
Cram says you're a crazy man playing two versions and switching. Well, I'm not. Let me be clear. I'm not playing two separate accounts. It's more that I am. With the cross save happens, I'll be able to have the same account on both systems.
Right.
Is the idea. Because, at first it was like, I guess I'll have a PS4 account and a PC account, and then I was like, no, I'm not doing that. No. I don't even have multiple Destiny characters. Like, I know some people are like, yeah, I got like all three, and there's like a sparrow you can get in this game for this event if you like get the armor for all three
Right.
classes, and I'm like, dude, no. Like,
Yeah. I think you're talking
I got
about
my
this one, right?
Yeah, I got my hunter, and I'm gonna stick with my hunter. I do not have time to make a whole nother class like that. I think that is the line I draw with Destiny on a personal level.
No, that's totally fair. Oh, it's cute. It's got a little purple bunny on there. The
Jade Rabbit.
Yeah, I love that stuff. All right. Well, let me.
So how do you feel about this event overall?
So I came in. I was on vacation, and I came in the day after the event started.
Okay.
And I'm already on my blue set, which to any fanatics from Destiny, this is like child's play. They're already grinding towards their purple or their resplendent or whatever they're
I'm still
called.
on the green.
On the green, yeah. I've got the green on my other characters too. But it's fun, For those of you who might have done the Solstice of Heroes last time, it's pretty much the same thing, except for the brand new area, the European aerial zone instead of the European dead zone, right?
How are the quests on the blue one? Like, do they get worse?
Oh, they're worse. They're way worse.
The green ones are already like, dude, I want like 10 strikes. Like, come on.
So the green ones were pretty gnarly. You had the 10 strikes. You had the 10, the
Crucible matches.
public events.
Yeah, 10 public
matches,
events
right?
on Nessus, which was like, okay.
And it's totally fun to just do them naturally, but when you're specifically set on this grind, it becomes very tedious, right?
Yes.
So check these out. You've got to locate 50 chests.
The one thing is
So much.
the chest you do in the aerial zone count.
Yes.
So
they're specifically for the aerial zones.
Yeah. So
and
that's
you can
nice.
grind like anywhere from 5 to 8 if you're kind of average with an average matchmade team, or 10 plus if you're really really good. There is a hard cap we just found out of 21 because Glad, the really popular Destiny streamer, he was recently complaining because he kept beating 21 and it wouldn't give him more. The game was like, no, you're doing this too well. So it locked him out of that. Playlist strikes. You have to get 500 arc orbs on the hunter for other. It's kind of mixed and matched with the other characters.
Oh, got it.
300 Cabal defeated. That's not
Heroic
too
public
bad.
events.
Heroic public events.
Well, at least it's anywhere you want. It's not necessarily on Nessus.
1,500 total elemental orbs. This can be any orb though, but still, that's 1,500.
And it's just the blue.
Yeah, that's just the blue. 300 strike playlist, kills, like, you know, explosive kills or whatever. And you have to defeat 75 guardians with void weapons.
I understand why this thing lasts a month. Like,
20,
Jesus.
25.
I ain't got time for
EDZ,
that. I have Fire Emblem to play. That came in the mail yesterday.
Yeah, you're gonna be on one for
My
sure.
poor girlfriend. Like, I come home and she's like, I'm like, oh, let's make dinner. Hey, we're gonna play some, you know, this game later, like some Wolfenstein. I'm like, but first, let me hop into Destiny for like half an hour. And she's like, okay. And then she just goes on TikTok and looks at TikTok while I play Destiny.
All right.
And I feel so bad.
So why don't we?
I try to get her into Destiny as like maybe that'll just
make it better.
That'll make it better. And to be fair, she gave it like an honest shot, but it
didn't quite sit.
It didn't quite sit for her. It's not her game.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, okay, well,
that's fair.
Oh well. I'll just have to play myself.
No, that's totally fair.
Yeah.
All right, so we are loading in onto the European aerial zone. This is it's a brand new zone, but I say that with quotations because it's basically just the opening area of the EDZ that you land in, the Tross land area.
Exploded and gravitied.
But yeah, and it's cool because I was actually about to go on the Reddit channel for Destiny 2 and put a Bungie suggestion saying like how they've been consistently adding more areas in the game as each expansion has come along, and it would be cool if they'd let us just kind of like go through some of the, you know, rustic, crumbling apartment buildings. There's so much space that can be used here, and it's like they heard my thoughts, and the EAZ is all of that. You just go through all of these buildings, you go so many floors up, and it's actually it's very claustrophobic sometimes, and it's very confusing.
It's hard. It's hard to navigate. This is definitely a kind of thing where you will get better at it the more you play because you learn how the map works.
Totally. So you can already see everything's kind of like floating up in the air.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Yeah,
I like this area.
It is nice. Yeah,
it's not a bad. It's not a bad mode too. It's fun.
It's fun. It's fun for sure. It's definitely a lot of fun, and it's fun to just shoot and kill things.
Yeah.
The sensitivity's a little high, but that's okay.
So did you see that they also confirmed the raid for Shadowkeep is going to happen 5 on the 5th?
Yes, they did.
So and they said it's another race.
Oh, another world's first?
Yeah, they said it's going to be another race, and it's going to have a contest, and it's going to be the same thing.
Yeah, that's going to be fun.
I'm curious if I've never raid readied at like the launch of the raid. Like I've never like given that an honest shot.
Really?
No.
I tried it once, and like I think an hour in, we were like, yeah, we were in over our heads.
Well, I think we did try. Actually, you know what? No, we did try Leviathan at Hero.
Oh, for sure.
We did try Leviathan when Destiny 2 came out, but I've never like beaten a raid blind either. Like every time I've beaten a raid, it's because my friends who all like only play Destiny 2, they beat it, and then afterwards they run me through it.
Right.
And they're very nice. Like they do a good job, like explaining me through it, and they're awesome dudes. But I've never had that experience of blindly doing it. Also, the little bit of Leviathan I did, I'm like, I don't know if I necessarily. It's fun, but it's like, oh, it's so much.
It's so mechanics, like, it's just so punishing sometimes. Like, it actually.
It's like Crime said. He said he did it 10 hours in, exhausted. Yeah, you're
just
like.
Yeah. Exactly.
Like, it was fun. We, like, booked a room over here, and we like, after work, we all, like, sat down and played it. And it was,
really?
Like, it was fun, but it was like, we got to the dogs.
Oh.
And then we were like.
Dogs.
We figured out what to do, but just like trying to execute that stealth stuff was like, nah, like we gotta stop here.
Right.
But we beat that first area, and that was like really satisfying.
Yeah,
like
for
sure.
That's the Royal Pools, I think.
Yeah, that's something that Destiny 2, or just Destiny in general, is really good at.
Totally.
It's like you definitely feel that like satisfaction and accomplishment when you like finish a aspect of a raid.
Absolutely. It's it's really, raids like that are really fun. I've noticed these yellow crystals around. I've
noticed that too. You can shoot them.
You can shoot them and break them, but I don't know what they do.
I feel like they just maybe give you extra
ammo or something?
Elemental overcharge or something. But
maybe.
Other than that, I wasn't entirely sure.
Yeah. Because that's the second one I've seen. I saw one in the beginning, and I wasn't
Mavic
sure.
for sure says to let you know that he is on. If you
oh, Mav. Okay, yeah. Mav is he's actually part of my clan. Thanks for joining the stream, bud.
Heck yeah. Dude, you gotta switch over to the GameSpot clan.
Yeah.
Every time I hop on,
gonna go be
it's either no one's on it or like 3 people are on it.
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind bringing that back.
For sure. All right, so we're hunting. So I got some boys over there already. So
Nice.
let's go and.
What's the most chests you've gotten in like, one
10
run?
10.
Whoa,
Yeah,
is it the max you can get?
No, max is 21.
Oh my god,
which is obnoxious.
holy crap.
Yeah, that's that's just something else.
Yeah. Brennan Crime talking about Monster Hunter Iceborne in the chat. Yeah, dude, don't worry, you can expect me and Ben to get on that Monster Hunter train. We actually did video impression that went up yesterday where Ben got to play some of it at a preview event, and I talked to him about it. So you can go check that out if you want our initial thoughts. Spoilers, he likes it.
I love the intro too. He's like, "What is up, GameSpot?" Like it was.
Yeah,
so
he did like a
perfect.
really
cheesy
cheesy
like, little
intro,
streamer thing.
and then
Yeah, I love it.
I kept it in. He's like, "Oh no."
It's like, why'd you do that?
He's okay with it though.
Yeah. No, it's a good time. He's really fun.
It's a good sport. But it's a little bit of a bummer because I kind of switched over to PC for Monster Hunter.
Oh right.
I was like, all right, man, let's let's go Capcom PC. I'm all in. And then they're like, nah, we're still not parity. It's gonna come out in like January. And I'm like, God damn it. So like now I'm like, I should probably go back to my PS4 character, make sure like that character's like up to snuff and ready.
Right.
Because I think my PC character has like surpassed that character in terms of just like gear and stuff. So I'm like, I probably should grind out my PS4 character a little bit.
Almost got him.
Oh, Crime says that video was fun. Thank you, Crime. I'm glad you liked it. Some of the comments did not like it, but
Oh well. So it seems like every day they cycle through the elemental.
I saw that on the bounties. Yeah.
Right. So everything today is pretty much void. I still have all my arc stuff from yesterday, but okay, we're at the boss section now actually. So there's different bosses too.
Mm-hmm. I've seen that.
Yeah. Which ones have you faced so far?
Yeah, I fought this one where it's like 2 of them.
Right.
There was one big one. I'm gonna be honest, like as far as remembering what their names were.
Oh, the names I never
like.
remember. The names I never remember.
But I think one was like a big minotaur. I want to say.
Yeah,
I can't remember if it was a regular or a taken minotaur. But.
Right. All right, and we gotta memorize where these chests are gonna spawn.
Yep.
I think there's
So
gonna be
usually,
9 of them.
I feel like
one's right there.
One there, and then the one way over there
Yep.
those are the ones that like always
2,
spawn.
3, 4, 5. Okay, I'll remember those for now.
9. Wow.
And I'm hoping that the other 2 guys will know where the rest are. But it's a good amount of time. I think 2.5 minutes to hunt them out. It's not bad.
It's not bad.
Yeah. And I've been having. Okay, so he's gonna grab that one. So I'll.
Yeah.
move it
I
over.
noticed they add more time depending on the amount of chests.
Totally. And that's very convenient. And the closer you get to it, they'll eventually
Pop
kinda
up.
Yeah.
I noticed that in the last like 5-7 seconds, they will actually show where all the chests are.
So you're like, I missed it.
So yeah, you're like, it's right there. Although that's a little, I haven't had it happen yet, but I feel like if you're like really close, it's like, okay, I got like 5 seconds.
Right.
Maybe I can get it.
So these guys are kind of converging in on this area too, which is I'm about to.
The thing is, you get tons of keys.
Yes, you get a lot.
From doing
there's one right there.
other stuff.
Yeah,
Like,
absolutely.
Like a game of Gambit, you get like 15 keys.
Totally. Strikes will give you like 15. Yeah, absolutely.
And isn't that what these chests are? They just get you more keys, really?
Yeah, keys and packages. It's like
Yeah.
a mixed bag of them.
Yeah, so really it's like at this point, I actually have a ton of keys, and I just need more packages.
You want packages, right?
I need the packages.
Absolutely. Yeah, because like one key fragment is whatever. That's not going to.
Although, like,
much.
the packages, I haven't actually gotten anything interesting from the packages, personally.
You've probably been getting what? Like a bunch of like blues and
Yeah,
some
they're all like
materials
pretty
and
whatever.
stuff. Yeah.
It's more that, like, I need those packages so that I can
Complete these bounties.
complete these checklists so that I can get the armor, but
Yeah.
it's the actual packages themselves so far have not been particularly interesting.
So there's one last one.
Crime says his friend is Destiny Encyclopedia, knows every name and some weird history.
Oh.
I was watching some.
yeah.
I was watching a couple lore videos.
Nice, we got all of them.
There's that one guy. Oh,
Bife.
what's his name?
My
Bife.
name is
Yeah,
Bife,
my name
yeah,
is
yeah.
Bife. I was like, what is his name? It
I
was
have
like,
I have a weird relationship with that guy.
Yeah?
Like I was a big fan, a huge fan at first.
Mhm.
And then he got like he started taking a lot of liberties with some of his videos. And I think that's when I was like, I kind of had to step away a little bit and just be like, all right.
I hopped in. This was like a month ago. I was like, oh, I'll check some of this stuff out.
Yeah.
Because I find the Destiny lore interesting. My opinion on Destiny's lore and story is that I think there's a lot of interesting things in the lore.
Right.
From like an encyclopedia historical standpoint.
Right.
They're just not very good at telling it in a compelling story way.
Yeah.
It's sort of like, where it's like, I think there's a lot of good material, they just don't know how to tell it in an interesting way.
Totally.
So I was watching some of his videos, but I did see he made a video that was essentially apologizing and saying how he felt his videos were taking a lot of liberties and weren't up
he
to
did?
snuff. He made it.
I need to see
It
that.
was like a, I don't know if it was like a, when it was, like maybe a couple months ago, but he made a video that was essentially apologizing, saying, hey, my videos have not been up to snuff. I've been taking a lot of like liberties and
Right.
and making a lot of assumptions, and they're not
Yeah.
up to the quality that I think you guys expect. And he
Right.
was very open about it. So
Well, that's good. That's
yeah,
really,
right.
That's really nice to
That's
hear.
what you
actually.
want, right? You
Yeah.
just someone to kind of like realize that and which I was like, that's cool. But then it made me think like, oh, should I just not watch any of the videos before that? Like, which one should I not watch?
I personally
Give me a
think-
list of the ones that are maybe not up to snuff.
Totally. Well, I think I think everything he did about Destiny 1 is excellent. I'm a huge fan of his Destiny 1 videos when he went into some of the most compelling storylines, the Jaren Ward, Dredge and Yor showdown.
Yeah.
Or Shin Malfoy, rather, showdown. The history of, like, the Exos. The history of Destiny 1 itself, rather. Like, the whole narrative in a much more compelling way. And the Book of Sorrows. Those three are really, really fun by Bife. But, like, I mean, for those of you who played Forsaken and who did the raid, you might know, spoiler alert, that the raid boss is a Ahamkara dragon, and which is cool.
Which they've
because
hinted at.
They've hinted at for so long, right?
Yeah.
They're on pieces of their skeletons are on pieces of
Weapons and
weapons
armor.
and exotics.
I think Shax has one hanging above him. Where
Right.
he's at in the tower.
Right, he was. I think in lore he was like the last person to hunt an Ahamkara, and I think even from Destinypedia maybe it might have mentioned that he actually like left one alive and like saved it because he just like forgave it or something. But basically what it ended up happening was Bife made the comparison that the Ahamkara and the Hive Worm gods were one and the same, which is a very big leap to take.
Yeah.
And I was not so stoked about that. And I think from then on, I noticed he started getting like voice actors and stuff for some of his videos, and at that point, I was like, okay, this is a little too much. But I just might be a bit more of a purist that way. But other than that, I mean, I really do appreciate his commitment, man. Like it takes a lot of time and effort to really dissect some of the more, ambiguous lore entries. In this game.
He talked about some of the stuff with Cade 6 from Forsaken.
Oh, for
like
sure.
all the Exo stuff. The
For sure.
What's the name of it? Basically, it's that the place where the Exos were born.
Yeah.
That
the great stone crypt.
Yes,
or
and
whatever.
the mystery of that, and like that Cade actually figured out where it was.
Oh, that's crazy. I didn't know that.
So
That's
there's this
awesome.
whole thing where, essentially, sorry, we're getting real weird in Destiny lore. So if that's not your thing, you can. Apologies. When you do the quest to get the Jack of all trades, or Ace of Spades, Ace of Spades. Jeez.
Okay.
Other
Jack
card-
of all trades should totally be
that
an
should
exotic
be.
name. Though.
I know, it should be. Ace of Spades. When you get the Ace of Spades and you do that quest where you find all of his like wills, where he made different audio logs for the different people that might have killed him.
Right.
And some of them are like really fun, and
They're
some of them
very
are
funny.
like pretty serious. Like the Akora one's actually like really serious. And,
Yeah, that
and
one's kind of gnarly.
sad. So the one he does for Petra, at the end, he gives her this like really weird cryptic message that he's like, oh hey, like Paladin, I forget the name, like Paladin Ordent. There's this Paladin, he says, that's like, oh, you need to tell this paladin this message that's like this cryptic message.
Mm-hmm.
And as it turns out, apparently that paladin doesn't really exist, and whenever somebody says to references that paladin, it means that the message they're giving is actually a coded secret message.
Oh.
And that if there's other Destiny like armor stuff that kind of like hints at that, that like essentially it's just like that means that there's a hidden message. And if you take like kind of like the first letters of each word of the message he says, it basically says like that there's something on I think it's one of Saturn's moons.
Okay.
And people are like, oh, it's him saying that the like kind of the exo secret is like hidden on
Saturn's moon?
On one of Saturn's moons.
Oh, that's cool.
And I was like, that's cool. That's neat. Like that's some cool like hidden like you're hinting at future like storyline stuff. Like I think
absolutely.
that's neat, and that's the kind of thing that I would never put together on my own.
Right.
And I'm like, awesome. Like I like that stuff.
No, absolutely. And pretty much everything that they have hinted at, with the exception, or actually even Gaul, or Callus rather, they've always hinted at it in like Destiny 1, where, you know, we always knew there was going to be like a Cabal Emperor. We just didn't know who
Right.
or when,
Yeah, the Cabal were very underused in Destiny 1.
Totally,
Which is kind of why they made them the focus in 2, I imagine.
Yeah. They had a lot, or I mean, yeah, there was just never a raid with a Cabal at the time. So that was kind of
and like all the stuff with that they hinted at with the Queen, Mara, and Aaron Morris at the end of like Taken. The end of the
Eris
Taken
Morn.
King.
Yeah,
Eris Morn
totally,
at the end of the
totally.
Taken King. That I'm curious now that some of that stuff with Mara has been like revealed in Forsaken. If now that Eris is back in Destiny 2, if they're gonna actually like bridge those two at all, like if they'll talk about that more, that connection.
Totally. And it's crazy because something that Phil Hornshaw, another editor at GameSpot, and myself, we always kind of lament over is the fact that like they keep introducing new loose ends without tying up their earlier loose ends.
It's very you ever watch Adventure Time?
Yeah, sure.
Adventure Time was notorious for doing that, where they would like introduce a concept, drop it, and then they'd like resolve that plot line like 3 seasons later. And it like drove people nuts. And I feel like Destiny has the same problem.
It does. It really does.
And it's cool. I think there's an advantage to it in that it makes the world feel really big.
Right.
It makes it feel like there's constantly different things happening.
Totally.
And it's not just like one storyline happens and then it's resolved and then another storyline happens. It feels like there's constantly multiple events and characters and factions sort of like doing things at once.
Right.
And they're kind of building on each other. But yeah, it could definitely get a little frustrating where you're like, hey, are you ever going to do that? Like, I was convinced that the kind of hint with Eris Morn at the end of Taken King was going to be like
she's an enemy or something.
Or it's like yeah, like that's going to come into play in like the next expansion, and then it's like here we are, you know, Destiny's like 2-year second big expansion, and now they're finally bringing her back, and I'm like, oh, it took forever.
Totally. So I'm actually hunting for another one of these things.
Nice.
So I'm hunting for the Taken thing. If the blueberries, as we affectionately call them, don't kill the boss.
Yeah, those are hard to find, but cool.
Yeah, they usually spawn in certain areas. Like it'll say the garage. Like here's the garage.
All right, I'm gonna go through some of the chat because we were just like rambling about
yeah.
stuff.
Oh, they killed him. I couldn't get.
People were talking about game going free to play.
Yes.
Yeah, that's exciting. I want to make a character just to see what that looks like.
Absolutely. I'm 100% going to be making a gameplay clip about that. Absolutely.
I'm just like curious. Let's see. People talking about PvP. Never played Destiny. Looks interesting. Is it PvP or PvE?
It is both, and we'll have time to do both.
Yeah. I primarily prefer the PvE. That's just sort of the thing I come for. But Crucible, which is the PvP mode, is okay.
Yes.
I really like Gambit, though, which is their new PvP mode. That's a combination of PvP and PvE. Because that, to me, is like the perfect blend of Destiny's strong like strengths combined it in a mode where like standard Crucible's like, yep, this is sure is a multiplayer game.
Yep.
And that's, it's fine, it's what it is, but it doesn't feel really all that special outside of like Destiny's, gunplay is just good.
Right. You're just shooting.
Yeah,
right?
Gambit's like, okay, this is unique. This is something that you could only do with Destiny. Or at least, like, it feels like this is a Destiny-style game mode that takes advantage of everything that Destiny does well, and I think it's really fun.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. And Drifter is such a great commentator.
Yeah.
He's so much fun.
You were talking about all his good dialogue.
Yeah.
And I had the one last night I was playing, and I had the one happen where I killed their entire team.
Oh, you
and
did?
He had the, like...
Did he freak out?
Yeah, he did the freak out where he's like, oh, they can't do anything because they're dead.
Yeah, he's like, he just like cackles madly. He's like, I'm sorry. Were they saying something? Because they're dead now.
Yeah, exactly. He said that.
So much fun. Oh, I love that.
Yeah, he's a great character. I love him.
Oh, I love that so much. Yeah, and I mean, I love the mechanic. If you kill their entire team, or if you kill at least 4, you automatically, even if you have time on your clock, your invader clock, you automatically just get whisked away from the arena, and that like adds this level of just like, oh, it's just so high octane.
Oh,
it's
is.
You get
it's really
so
good.
much adrenaline.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, Angel B.
fun.
I would, if this seems interesting to you, I'd give it a try. As people have mentioned in the chat, when Shadowkeep comes out, they're going to put out a free-to-play version of Destiny where you can get the base game and the first 2 expansions completely for free.
Yes.
So I would wait and check that out because that is...
that's the best way to try
That's the best way to try it and
Totally.
just see if you like it, if you can kind of get a sense for it.
Absolutely.
And then if you do, you can pick up the newest expansion. If you want, you can go back and pick up Forsaken, which, obviously the newest expansion is going to be where everyone's at and where all the new stuff is. But
Totally.
I would still, if you're able to get it cheaper, I'd highly recommend Forsaken just for, like, the story stuff and the content they added is, like, really, really good. I assume... Do you have to have Forsaken to play Gambit?
So I thought that, but I don't think... I don't know. I want to refrain from
I know. I feel like
so
Gambit's
confusing.
become enough of a mode that I would make it its own thing.
Right,
but
right.
maybe that was the case at the very beginning, but they've changed it
For sure. I feel like you should have access to... Well, it might just be you have access to regular Gambit, just not Gambit Prime or any
Prime
of
was the annual thing, yeah.
There you go, yeah. Mav just mentioned Gambit Prime is Forsaken.
Okay, so base
Gambit
Gambit's
is
free,
free.
Gambit Prime is Forsaken. That makes sense, because I was like... I don't think you could lock out something like Gambit. That is such a crucial
it's
mode.
So integral now. Yeah, so you would have access to like these bounties here.
And you just don't have Gambit Prime.
You just don't have all
and
of
you,
this stuff.
you
here.
probably don't have the Reckoning, and you don't get all that stuff.
Correct. And then none of these synths, anything like that. Yeah. So let's just pick up some of this stuff.
Yeah, I'm curious how they're gonna handle it, because as Destiny adds more modes and more, options, it gets very bloated.
Yeah, very bloated
in a way that is really hard if you don't keep up with it. Because I think if you keep up with it, you play the new mode and the new content when it comes out.
Right.
And then you move on to the next content. And, if you hop in just fresh, you suddenly have a billion things available to you.
Yep.
And you're like, oh my God, where do I start? What's worth doing? Because it's like, there's some content where it's maybe fun to try out, like, I want to try out this mode, I want to see if it's fun.
Yeah.
But you don't necessarily want to grind it the way people did at launch, because you maybe don't need to, because it's like, well, that gear's outdated, right?
Or like, I'm not even interested in this type of gear, right?
Exactly.
Because I don't play this mode or something like that.
So for example, outside of the, maybe like checking off my pursuits and my like triumphs, is there a reason for me to grind out all of the Black Armory stuff right now? Like, because it's going to be outdated.
For sure.
And it's like, part of me wants to at least like, well, I want to try the new mode and I want to like hear some of the dialogue, but it's like, well, it's still a big grind. Is there a reason for me to do it?
It's, they're not good with sort of like organizing the way that they deliver this content.
Granted, very few games are. It's a very tough thing to do.
Sure. The one thing that I will kind of give them credit for is they've made the gear that you receive a little more catered towards what you like to play. So if you are going to play strikes, if that is your thing, your rewards are strike
Yes,
based.
that is something that's Destiny 1 didn't do very well, and Destiny 2 has done a lot better.
Right.
So it's definitely like you will get what you put in back out. It's just more that, like, as a new player, you're going to be like, what should I even do? Like, what's new, what's old, what's worth playing?
Totally.
And maybe they just need to find a way to... So you know how, like, Destiny 1 did that? Where, remember how Destiny 1, I think it was when Taken King came out, they added like story quests, because that wasn't even a thing at first.
Oh yeah.
They completely reshuffled the story mode.
Right.
And like made it into like a more coherent like they broke it up into sections of like, here's the Hive story mode, here's the like, and they actually tried to give it like make more sense as far as like you hop in and you know what you're doing.
Right.
And I'm curious if they'll try and find a way to do that with the free-to-play new light version, because right now if you were to hop into Destiny, you have to do the base story mode, and you have to go through all that before you can get to the tower, before you can start doing some of this stuff with people.
Right.
With the new light mode, the idea is that you don't have to do it. It'll just take you right to you'll do the base intro that they're going to add, and then you go right to the tower, and you will actually like be at an appropriate level where you can play with your friends.
Right.
Because I think the idea is they just want you to get in and play with your friends as quickly as possible, which is great. But then I'm like, how do you handle the story mode? Because that story mode is very intentionally, like, slowly integrating elements. You don't have the tower until the very end of the story mode.
Right.
You got like the farm and
the farm and that.
I'm just like, how do you handle all that?
Totally.
How does that work?
How do you handle instances if you're in the tower where Cade is dead, or if you're in the tower where Cade's still alive, right? Like, you just spawn
like,
into one. Like,
do you just have access to every planet all of a sudden, as opposed to you have to slowly unlock them by doing the story modes? Do they do they instance you? Like, I am so curious how they're going to handle all that.
That's a good question. Yeah.
It's the kind of thing that you and me don't necessarily need to worry about, because we have characters that were already like, done. But it's like, I want to know like how, because they're trying to get all these new players.
No, I'm totally curious about that too. It's something that they mentioned too when they announced all the big details for Shadowkeep and all the changes they were interested in making. They brought that up, how they want to be better about making it so you're not kind of thrown in the deep end if you're new, and if you are maybe a veteran and you have a rookie and you have someone who just plays casually, how to get these people to play in a way that is seamless and you're not all on different steps and trying to like spend half your time coordinating, right? Yeah
100%
for sure.
Crime says give players a boost of levels. Yeah, they're definitely going to do that. Or if they have a choice start from 0. That's true. Maybe I wonder if they'll give you the option. Like, hey, do you want to start it fresh the way base Destiny started, or do you want to do this like, we'll this new intro where we'll like level you up real quick? I guess maybe you can give players the option.
Yeah.
So you can still preserve that original intro.
Right. I'm probably gonna create a new character on PS4 or something just for that.
Just to try it.
Just for the new. Yeah.
I'll definitely do that. I'm
very.
I just kind of want to see what that looks like.
Yeah.
And I feel like a lot of people. I mean, I think we here can do that because I think a lot of people want to know, and that can be like, we can make a video that could let people know, like, hey, this is how it works and this is what it means. Like,
absolutely.
Because I imagine a lot of people are a little confused.
Yeah, there's a lot of questions on it for sure.
That's what we're playing. We're playing Gambit.
All right. Let's see what we've got. Fallen on the horizon.
All right.
Got
some Fallen.
All right. We got some Fallen.
So you got a lot of Gambit.
Oh, look at this guy. He's got his Solstice stuff complete.
Did he buy the because
I'm aiming for him now.
Because you can buy, I saw that you could buy like upgrades for that armor or something.
You can buy glow. Yeah, okay. Which is I think what he has.
Yeah, I looked like he had it.
Yeah, so we are gonna hunt for him. If we invade, this is who we wanna knock him down, because he had way more time than I had.
Yeah.
So for those of you who are unfamiliar with this mode, it is probably my favorite mode, but also the reason why I rage quit the most in this game, because it can get pretty gnarly. You basically kill as many enemies as you can, and you get something called motes. You'll see it on the left-hand side. I am slowly but surely grabbing some motes. And then you deposit them in that bank right there. Every increment of 5 up to 15 will net you a different type of enemy that you send over. So that's a goblin right there. I have 8. I'm just going to bank anyway. So I'm sending over my own goblin.
Yeah, when I played last night, I had an amazing game followed by a terrible game where I got killed by an invader twice when I had 15 motes. Yes. And then at one point I had 10 motes and I accidentally fell off a ledge and I was like, you know what? I'm done. I can't play. I should just quit. This is not my day.
That's the moment when you go, okay, this is not my moment.
And it sucked because the match before that was like maybe one of my best Gambit matches I ever had, where like I did like I did that team wipe I mentioned.
Yeah.
Absolutely slaughtered them. Like I was having a really good game.
Totally.
I was able to
oh, they are invading.
like they got their primeval out before, but I was able to invade and keep killing them enough that I kept their health up that we were able to then
you made the comeback.
Made a comeback and it felt really good.
Oh yeah. All right, where's our boy at? Oh, he's over here. It's gonna be coming out soon. Oh, where is he? I'm like so on edge. Oh, there he is.
There he is.
Oh. Come on.
Oh.
There we go.
Nice. Ben says Destiny. That's right, Ben.
That's right, Ben.
Destiny.
So I feel like this exotic that I'm using is severely underrated. It's the Arbalist. Basically, if I don't die here, oh, I should probably heal. But it'll knock down. It's a kinetic weapon that knocks down elemental shields very, very, very easily. And we're about to get invaded again. We're actually about to get curb stomped, is what it looks like. Oh, he's.
Oh yeah, they're real ahead of you.
Mm-hmm. I mean, they're just doing a good job of keeping our bank kind of busy at the moment. So we can't.
It can kind of they can kind of like chain off of it and just keep steamrolling you. You get him.
Oh, he went out. I was able to survive.
That's nice.
That is nice. Okay, there was a high value target somewhere here. Oh, there he is.
Yeah.
So I can just kind of break his shield a little bit. Oh man. So he's just dropping motes.
Will you guys be live streaming Evo this weekend? I don't think we like restream Evo or anything like that. But you can guarantee that we'll be watching Evo. I know I'm going to be watching it. Ben's going to be watching it. We have a couple people in the office who are at Evo. Our video producer Max is there. He always like goes there and actually helps out. He does like shooting and stuff. Persia is there. If you guys are familiar with Persia, she actually has commentated on Evo before. Although she's not doing it this year because she is there in more like I think she's helping. She's been like training a couple of like players, and she's kind of there to help them out, and then also just hang out.
Oh yeah.
And then Michael Hyam on the editorial team is also there.
Oh boy, Hyam.
I think he's just there to hang out with some friends and watch some matches.
Nice. That'll be fun.
Yeah, as Ben pointed out, you can actually see Max run around on the stage.
Yeah.
During the finale, you can see him with a camera running around.
All right, let's have some fun. So this level has a lot of barriers. I think that guy actually sees me, Mr. Pharaoh.
Nice.
There we go.
Maverick for sure. Thank you for hopping in, man. Appreciate it.
There we go.
Nice.
I just missed like fucking 4 shots there. Oh, he didn't kill me.
Ooh, get him with that. You got that machine gun.
Oh.
I love the machine gun. Machine gun's so good. I'm glad they brought it back.
It's like your heart jumps in your chest every time you go and invade.
Oh yeah, apparently Michael signed up for cross tag.
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
Oh, that's gonna be great.
I would love to see how far he gets.
That's always fun. Where is this little invisible guy? There we go. So it seems like the other team's lagging a little bit. They're having some trouble getting the last 2 or
they
something.
should have
They should have.
Oh, there they go. They just got
okay,
it.
now they got
Yeah,
it.
that definitely took
That
them longer than it should have.
Yeah.
That actually means it's a perfect time to invade them.
Yeah. Well, I want to wait a little.
You want to get down a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just to really make them.
Ben
feel
saying
it.
he loves this game mode so much. It's really good.
It's
I like it
great.
a lot.
Oh, don't die.
That lost treasure.
Hunters are so spongy.
There's also just so many bounties to keep up with. It's like kind of ridiculous. We're like,
Totally.
okay, like, I guess if I'm gonna play Gambit, I should go get the Gambit bounties.
Totally.
Then you're like, well, I should get the Callous, Season of Opulence bounties because those apply to everything.
Right.
And those are real tough because they're all about like doing stuff without dying.
Yeah. Absolutely. The callous ones, they're
Yeah.
like, kill like 40 scorn
Exactly.
and don't die once.
And then
yeah.
you're like, I guess the Gunsmith bounties, those apply to everything too. And
Yeah.
it's just like, it's definitely a lot.
Oh, no.
And
Bummer.
it's not like they expect you to necessarily like do every bounty because it is specialized to particular modes and events.
Yeah.
But it's still like, I don't know, like when you have a thing right now going on where it's like, well, I should grab all of the Solstice of Heroes bounties, and I should grab all the Callous bounties, and I should
Totally.
grab the Gambit bounties because I'm doing Gambit. It's like that's still 15 bounties
Yeah, absolutely.
in one day.
Can I hit anyone with this?
Yeah, that guy.
Oh yeah. No, there's stagger on this. There we go. There's one.
Nice.
Two.
Nice.
We gotta reload. Come on. Ah. There we go.
Nice.
3. 4
Ah.
seconds. No, I can't get this guy. Ah.
Oh,
No.
close. Good job.
Yeah, I was able to.
Dude, you're
that's
having that
nice.
comeback.
Yeah,
This is what
we're
happening.
getting there.
Although you definitely hop
Oh,
back in
yeah,
there when you get a
yeah,
chance
yeah,
because
yeah,
they're
yeah.
actually melting him right now.
That's a good point.
I just saw that health bar drop severely.
Oh, how did that not get him? Oh, he's got a shield. Oh, shoot. That's tough.
There's a lot of pressure on you when you're the invader.
Oh, yeah.
When it's like this down to the wire.
Absolutely. That wall of his was clutch. There we
Nice. Okay, get a little bit. Get at least. Oh, he was really close
go.
too.
Oh, no.
Dang. Okay, you got one at least.
It's the those little escalator things, the floor escalators.
Definitely get back in there.
Yeah.
Dale says I don't
Oh,
even
okay.
do the gunsmith bounties. Yeah, like at a certain point, I'm like, I don't know.
Come on,
Like,
come on. Oh no!
Oh.
That's all right. It's
That was
best out of 3.
a really good close one.
That was pretty close. Yeah, that was okay. We got 8 guardians defeated that round.
Yeah,
Oh, your heart just like.
I know.
David Carpet says hi. Hello.
Hello.
Gamer Life is very hyped for this game and it comes out for free. Yeah, dude. I mean, people have, myself included, I've paid $100 for the base game and the 2 expansions when it came out, right? And to get all that for free, that's really cool.
That's a lot.
It's a lot. Yeah, it'll be a lot of fun when the whole GameSpot clan can kind of just squat up and run through this stuff.
Yeah.
It'll be a lot of fun.
That's the thing is, it was like everyone was on different platforms,
Right.
so it was like, I don't know, like there was like at least one person on Xbox at one point.
Yep.
And it was like, oh man, like where do we? This is not gonna work.
Absolutely. A thing too, like a little mini pro tip for Gambit is that really the first half of the battle is who can get to 25 first. Because if you can get to 25 motes banked first, you get your invader portal going up, and essentially everyone on the other side has to now free their bank, and you are clear to, if you can get, a really OP weapon and clear out their team, to bring them back effectively to 0, which is a huge advantage.
Yeah.
So right now they already dropped 15, and we're going to be spending an unnecessarily long amount of time clearing that, and they're going to be able to get their others right back. And you'll notice that first bar is already kind of gone past with the gray color, which means that their total amount of motes that they have on hand is well above that.
Hi, Deva. Please do not spam the chat like that. We appreciate you being here. We appreciate your enthusiasm. But I will have to put you in a timeout if you spam the chat. It's just the rules that we like to enforce. Ooh. Get on in there.
We've got something. Oh, he is supered. I'm going to avoid him. Pop mine here. Maybe tag that one.
Nice.
There. Tag you.
Nice.
And tag you. There we go.
You can still get that other guy. You
can
go for the full.
Mr. Pharaoh, come out of your hidey hole. Oh, he just wants to stay there? Okay. Oh, you suck.
Oh, so close.
1,000 voids. Oh, with the teabag. All right, Mr. Pharaoh.
Well played.
He's just like hiding behind the wall. He's like, oh. If I had gotten my grenade a little more on center, that would have gotten him. Give me all of your motes.
Zero wants to know what the event's about. The
Solstice of
Heroes events.
So it's basically just a fun way to get a lot of cool gear. I think lore-wise, it's basically a celebration. It's a celebration of your achievements throughout the entire year, which ties in very well with the moments of triumph, which is also the other kind of free thing you can get. No, I should have. Oh, I got greedy. Okay. Oh, no. So there's another person with 15 who's going to get gunned for right away, but I'm a close second target. Oh, he's right there.
I always forget that they can see.
They can see where you are.
And they can see how much, so you are at a huge disadvantage.
I'm sitting. Oh, my God.
Whoa. I don't even know how he got you with that.
It's 1,000 voices. It's a very, very, very strong rifle. Not rifle, but like a fusion rifle.
I didn't even get him.
Oh, well. That's all right. We're pretty much going against a 3-stack, so 3 of them are all in a clan.
Oh, yeah.
So you're kind of at a disadvantage.
Yeah, definitely.
But that's all right, because I think I saw a couple of my clan in the chat. I know Matt for sure was in there. And then...
Yeah, he hopped out a little earlier.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I think he had to go do something.
Yeah.
All right.
I wonder if Zero's wondering if they should log in or not. I mean, if you want to get the armor, that could be cool, especially because if you get the armor, if you get the maxed out version, then when Shadowkeep comes out, you will get a Armor 2.0 version of it.
Yes, that's really cool. So you can still look the way that the armor looks and carry it forward with you in Shadowkeep.
So that's cool.
That's very cool.
That in itself, like I want to get that.
Because they're really pretty armor.
Yeah.
It's really nice.
But, yeah, otherwise it's just like, kind of however much you want to play.
All right, Mr. Pharaoh.
Like, I'm gonna try and keep up a little bit, but I do want to take this slower August opportunity to play some games that I haven't played yet.
Totally.
Some Fire Emblem and all that stuff.
Oh, he got him out of his super.
Ooh.
Dude, that thing's OP. For those of you who played The Last Wish that have grinded it out and got that weapon, you are...
Oh, is that what it is? It's a Last Wish weapon?
It's a Last Wish exotic, and it's very, very good. When this round's over, I'll inspect them real quick, and you can see it. It's really, really... It's a great weapon. The blockers are very gnarly. The captains in particular are one of the most annoying.
Zero says they're not a fan of the Warlock armor if it's the one on the thumbnail. I believe it is.
Yeah, it is.
So
you can change the color though. You can get different colors for each element, but that's what the armor looks like.
I like the Hunter armor.
Hunter armor's great.
I'm gonna be honest. The whole reason I picked Hunter in the first place, capes.
Oh, absolutely.
I'm about them space capes.
Absolutely.
I was like, I'm about capes. I'm about like some space cowboy nonsense. And when they picked Nathan Fillion as Kate, I was like, yeah, see, they know.
Yeah, they understand.
They understand. They get it. It's a bummer he couldn't. They couldn't get him back for Forsaken. That was a little bit of a bummer.
All 3 of them.
Dang.
They were just like trying to sniff me out there. Yeah, being able to communicate with your team is for sure a big advantage. I mean,
Oh yeah.
even with Crucible, you can kind of like get away with it and just do your own thing and still lead the team, especially with the 6v6 modes. But like when it gets down to the wire for things like this, it becomes a little more.
I mean,
oh god,
you're definitely have a different disadvantage because, like you said, there 3 of them are in a clan. But at least usually, it's when you play with randos, everyone else is also playing with randos, so it feels a little more like oh okay, well, I'm not really able to communicate and coordinate, but the other team can't really either, so it's kind of fine.
It's 3
But
again.
in a situation like this,
Alright,
where
this guy doesn't even want to try.
where they
for
clearly
sure.
are coordinating, and then you have this asshole here.
let me just meditate with him.
Then it's a little more like, oh man, you
Yeah,
need to
then
get
it's
that
whatever.
clan going.
Exactly. Well, it's alright. Let's just let's just stack and see how many
How many
how many
invaders
times
you
we
can get?
Oh, there you go. Let me take a little selfie with you, Pharaoh. Ah, nice. Okay.
Oh, the time ran out.
Time ran out.
Oh,
Yeah.
I've had that happen once.
That's alright. We got Pharaoh, so it's all good. That's all I wanted because he was the Mr. Teabagger. Oh yeah, but let's we can check out his gun real quick. This is what he was using. The 1000 voices.
Ooh. Whoa.
Such a good gun.
That looks cool.
Oh, it's so much good. It's so much fun. Yeah, you just charge the weapon. It's like you basically create like a little line. You draw it out, and then it just explodes. So if someone's even like hiding behind cover, you can just kind of like draw a little line on like the doorway that he might be near, and it'll just it'll get him out of there.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. It's extreme.
Yeah, he's got that full armory set, like you said.
Oh
Ooh.
yeah, he
Yeah.
did. He disappeared though.
Dang.
That is a bit of a bummer.
All right. Anything else you want to do?
We can just run some regular Crucible.
Yeah.
Got lockdown, quick play, rumble, private match, competitive. We can go.
They also did say as part of the delay, they're going to add another Iron Banner for this season.
Yes. Yeah.
Which is good because I didn't beat that quest.
Neither did I.
Stupid grenades. Oh my god.
Oh, you're stuck on that one?
Yeah, I got to 70% or something, and I'm like, these freaking grenades take forever, and they're the worst.
Oh yeah.
I do not like it. Not a fan.
Yeah, it's unfortunate because I was stuck on that one for a while too. And it's just like, I don't know. Grenades are very, very frustrating to get a kill with. You need something like the like you're running a hunter, right?
Yep.
So you would need something like, to be honest, like a spike grenade, and you would need to like just pin it at the perfect spot to get like a triple
My
or
current
something.
strat was shoot him a couple times and then the void.
The ball?
No, not void. Sorry, the arc.
Oh, arc bolt maybe.
No, which
Flux?
It's
Skip? The ones that
skip.
like-
It's skip.
Oh, okay,
Yeah,
okay.
I use skip. That's
Skip,
the one I would use.
Yeah, skips are fun.
Yeah.
Do you have the exotic for it too, where you
No, my friend was recommending me like oh, if you get the exotic, it'll be even better.
Oh, absolutely.
And then I didn't have it, so I tried my luck with Zur with the like random.
Yeah.
And I didn't get it, but it was fine.
Aw.
What did I get instead? Oh, I got I forget what I got instead. I have a ton of exotic quests. It's kind of like where I want to spend my time. Just
Yeah.
getting some of those.
No, it's fair. Oh, we can have fun with that.
I got
That
that
can
one.
get
That one's
heavy.
fun.
Tractor cannon?
Yeah.
Oh, it's so much fun. Everyone calls it the boop gun. Because you just boop people off the edge, and it like kills them. Oh. let me just dodge right in the middle of two guys. That'll be.
You know what
that'll be
I'm
fun.
actually really curious about is once crossplay happens, if people are gonna try and find strats with that of like, oh hey, it's like way easier to like grind Crucible things on the PlayStation because like PC players are like way more precise.
Yeah,
you know what I
yeah,
mean? Like
yeah,
I wonder
yeah.
if some people are gonna be like, well, I do this stuff on PC because it's like better precision, but then I
Right.
do this stuff on PS4 because there's like the players aren't as good. You know what I mean? Like,
Right. No, totally.
weird strats like that. People are gonna figure out to like min max things.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, there's definitely people who find ways to kind of like choose their way through the game, and that's almost been part of like the Destiny vertebrae,
Experience.
you know? Yeah, the experience
Yeah.
for sure. I mean, it's fun. You know, I don't think
I don't even like anyone who does that. Like that's fine. I don't
Yeah,
have a
it's
problem
not-
with that. I'm more curious of like people are gonna figure out weird stuff like that.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh, the Beloved is another sniper rifle I'm close to getting that I'm really hoping for. It's a pinnacle weapon, which is something that Destiny's introduced with Forsaken, where you essentially grind out a certain mode with different like sort of requirements depending on what mode you're playing, and it'll have you like, I think mine at the moment is on.
Oh yes, I have a couple of these.
Yeah, right.
I have like a Gambit.
This one here.
Yeah, I have a Gambit bow Hush.
Yeah,
I have
yeah.
like
Hush
the
is
quest
there.
for that. I have one for like a pulse rifle on Crucible.
There's a great auto rifle for Gambit too from one of the earlier.
I think I also have.
ones.
I think I have an auto rifle one as well.
Yeah, that one's really fun. Breakneck.
Hey, Bob Jones, we're doing pretty well. We did talk about the Shadow Keep delay.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah,
It's gonna be October 1st.
We're feeling pretty good about it, just because that gives us more freedom, because September was already so packed with games that now that it's been delayed, that is excellent in my opinion.
Oh, absolutely.
It was like so close to like specifically Borderlands 3 that I was like, dude, like no.
Borderlands 3, Gears 5. You're still gonna be playing Monster Hunter. You know, like
exactly.
you're not gonna be done with that game in a week, right?
Right. Part of me is hoping we get. So they just announced like the other day that Borderlands 3 has gone gold, like a month early.
Oh.
Which is good. Like, I mean, that means the game is done and they're printing it. But it's also like, hey, does that mean you guys can send out codes like early?
Yeah,
because that's
early.
a big game.
Right.
You know that there's a lot to cover in that. So part of me is like, for the sake of our sanity and our job, if you're able to send out codes early, 2K, I really appreciate that. Nice.
So
That's right when he just cast a golden gun too.
Yep. That's the best thing about. I love the shotgun so much. It suppresses them. So if you are in a super, you will get knocked out of your super and most likely die.
Ooh,
It
that's
is
rough.
so brutal to die to this thing. It's extremely frustrating. One more boop. Oh, and now I'm caught. That's all right.
That was pretty good though.
Yeah, it's fun. This one, tractor cannon. And it's also, if you get its catalyst, its ammo goes up. Its mag is like normally 5, I think, and it goes up all the way to 7, which is a lot of fun.
Oh, you got Thunderlord. I missed that one.
Thunderlord is great.
I wonder. I'm hoping they'll eventually. I want the opportunity to get that.
Oh yeah, and I feel like they should let you play the old Cosmic Drone mission that people had to do to get it in the first place. Because now they said they just dropped it in the loot pool or something, and that's not that fun.
I know. I want to do that mission.
Yeah,
Right.
you want the mission.
I get you want to make it special, but like, I don't know. It's been almost a year. Like maybe now make it just
Right.
available for everyone.
Absolutely. Oh,
Or
he was waiting for me.
Or at least like a timed thing, sort of like a. Yeah, like every once in a while when it's available,
Yeah,
you can do it.
yeah. Have it on a cycle, right? That'll be nice.
One thing I love that Monster Hunter does. Monster Hunter has their limited time events,
Yeah.
but they also have their seasonal events.
Okay.
So they have a winter event, spring event, summer event, like all that, and a fall event, right?
Right.
During those events, they also take all of the limited timed events and bring them back.
Oh, fun.
So it's like, oh hey, did you miss out getting the Dante armor?
Yeah, you can
or you
do that
want to
now,
you can
right.
go back and do it. So in addition to, there's also new events specifically for that seasonal event. But it's like, hey, also if you like miss the opportunity to get one of these special events, you can go back and do it.
Totally. That is nice. That's a system that I think should be implemented more often in games like these. Because so much of it is like you had to be there, and it really sucks when you miss out on it.
Yeah.
So it'll be nice to see them kind of try that. And Destiny has learned a lot from other games. In the beginning, before in D1, when it had like a myriad of problems, they learned a lot from Diablo 3. They were talking about how they learned a lot from Diablo 3's kind of like rough launch in the beginning as well.
Right, because I think the Diablo team like came over and gave them like a big presentation.
Oh, absolutely. And that was like huge for their design philosophy of like, you want things to be challenging, but you don't want them to be unfair, and you want the player to feel like they're being rewarded and they're getting stronger without kind of unnecessarily hampering them. So it's a good philosophy, you know.
Yeah, I'm definitely excited. I'm just excited.
Yeah, it's you know, there's not much you can really say.
I know.
Like,
I'm just excited to
it's
see
just
the
gonna
new
be
stuff.
fun,
Yeah.
you know. And I mean, we can talk about like so much of the new changes and stuff that there is to be excited about. I, for one, am beyond stoked on the location of the new raid. It's going to be in the Black Garden.
Black Garden. That's really cool.
Which is crazy. I mean, that's a place that I thought they were just scrapping and like not going to touch ever again, and I was kind of upset about that because
it was like that was like the ending of Destiny 1.
Yeah. Exactly.
And it was built up in a very weird. It was like the one thing that was like sort of built up, but it was like even then that game's original story is like a mess.
Right, totally. Yeah, it's a bit all up in the air for sure. But
so do you think? I feel like I've gone back and forth on originally when they announced, you know, all this big changes and they're going like, you know, they talked about Shadowkeep and the way they want to handle stuff. I kind of got the impression that like, oh, you know what? They might not make a Destiny 3 and they might just keep updating Destiny 2 forever.
Right.
However, they have said at one point, they're like, well, we can't keep updating Destiny 2 forever. And they said part of the reason is because it just exponentially gets larger and larger. Like the game's at like 100 gigs right now.
Yes.
So, like, the idea is, like, we can't just keep updating this one game forever. It'll be too big.
Right.
And I'm like, okay, that's fair. They probably will want to do a proper Destiny 3 at some point.
Right.
Do you think they will do that? When do you think that will happen?
Whenever the Xbox 720 or whatever, the PS5 comes out.
Okay.
I think
so that is next year.
That is next year.
That is next year.
If it doesn't end up being if it's not like a launch title, then maybe, you know, the autumn after that comes out, because they'll probably need some time to kind of like get there.
Right. Because we know
right
that they're doing Shadowkeep, and we know that they're going to do another annual pass.
Right.
So they're probably going to have a similar 3 different events. So we know they have stuff going for at least until next, like, September.
For
right?
sure.
Which ideally would be the time to then be like, Destiny 3, it's happening. I mean, that would make the most sense.
Right.
Launch title on the Xbox.
Totally.
That'd be the way to do it. It's a good place to start fresh. New tech.
Yeah, and they have and then they have all the support in the world now, right?
Yeah.
You know, because all these people are going behind
I do
it.
think, and maybe it's just not possible, but there's a part of me that wonders if when they do Destiny 3, that's when they finally say, okay, no, now it's only going to be Destiny 3. You know what I mean? Because like
now it's only going to be
because I feel like they want it to be a Warframe where it's like it's just the one game that we keep updating.
Totally.
But Destiny 2, it's hard to pivot that mid Destiny 2 because it's still on that kind of cycle they had going before when they were with Activision. So maybe it's like, hey, we can't do this with Destiny 2.
Right.
But if we can build Destiny 3 in mind for that, we can do it with Destiny 3.
I think so. And I've been trying to fight the smile because I just noticed Cade6 has joined the chat. He's just like, sup?
Oh, I thought you were dead.
Yeah. There was this Reddit post that was so adorable from the Destiny community where this dad was talking about how he had his son was playing Destiny 2 for the first time. And his son plays through the story, plays like the first couple of missions or something, dies a few times, learns, becomes better, right? And he eventually, after like 30 or some minutes, gets through the mission. And the dad was kind of like, it was Destiny 1 that his son was playing. And the dad was like trying to give him pointers, but decided to just stay away. And eventually, he finally asked the kid, and he goes, you know, all right, well, you know, how'd you like it? And he goes, yeah, that was fun. When can I see Cade? And yeah, he's like, I want to see Cade next. And Dad's just like, me too, buddy. Me too. He's like, rip
So actually, this is maybe a good point to end the stream at.
Yeah, for sure.
If we want to call it here.
Yeah, we can.
I
Absolutely.
think we've seen everything we need to see. We've had some
Actually,
fun.
sorry, one thing. Can we show off the sparrow real quick?
Oh yeah.
Let's just.
Oh sure.
I totally forgot to do that.
Yeah,
in the
we
beginning.
saw it like very briefly in the aerial zone, but
a little bit.
yeah, why don't you show that sparrow
we'll
real
end this
quick,
with
and
a little
that's how we'll end
treat.
this.
We'll end this with a little treat for y'all.
I didn't realize. I know we started a little late, so it's not been as long, but
Right.
It's a busy day. Got to get stuff done.
Yeah, absolutely. We got a lot of stuff going on while we're loading.
Oh, the small row. That's what crime. I like that.
The small row? Is that what we're going to call it?
I don't know. I like that.
I like that a lot.
I like
Scooter
that.
Jr., small
Scooter
row.
Jr.
Those
It's
are all
so
very cute.
I love it. I've actually never bought a microtransaction from Destiny.
Yeah.
That was the first one I've ever bought.
Oh, you bought it with the silver?
I just bought it with the silver
Nice,
because I just
nice.
wanted it. I was like, I'm just gonna buy it.
So I got it with the bright dust. I have
Oh,
so
nice.
many like exotic ships and sparrows and stuff, and some of them I didn't need. So I just like dismantled a couple of them and got like 1,000. There's a lot of cool sparrows here, but absolutely the micro mini. Look at this little guy.
So cute.
Look at this little guy. And I put a little Xeno Silver thing on it because normally he looks like this.
Yeah,
This
it
little
looks
blue-green.
like a toy.
He looks like a toy, right? All right, so we whip this bad boy out, and it's cool because if you're
Yeah, look at that.
if
Look at that.
if you're a hunter, your little cape like kind of goes.
Mhm. It's really good.
So much fun.
I love it.
I think you can do, if I recall correctly, so you hold shift while airborne to destabilize it, and you can do barrel rolls.
Ooh.
Yeah, so if you kind of go off, you like, whoop.
Yep, there it is.
There's a little one.
Yeah, do a little jump
And
there.
when you do like the D-pad and stuff, you can, so we'll do the little barrel one more time.
Ooh.
Do little backflips and stuff. But the fun thing is, if you just press the D-pad or the arrow keys, you'll do little tricks. Whoop!
But it's a little tiny sparrow. I love that. That's so cute.
It's so adorable.
Well, all right, guys. I think that is where we're gonna call it. Thanks
Sounds about right.
for hanging out with us,
Yeah, thanks for joining us, guys.
playing some Destiny. It was just a fun time. to
Yeah, it
hang
was a
out
lot of
and
fun. It was
Play
a lot
some
of fun.
Destiny. We'll be back tomorrow. Me and Ben, it's Community Fridays. We'll probably just play a random fighting game in honor of Evo.
Absolutely.
Just to get ourselves hyped about that. And then, yeah, I hope you have a great weekend if I don't see you tomorrow. And enjoy some Evo, enjoy some fighting games, play some Destiny if you're into
Absolutely.
that. Video games, good times.
Work on your cross tag skills.
Exactly.
Yeah.
All right. See you guys.
Bye, guys.